Hello, ghouls and gals. Welcome back to the Crash Hub, known as Cafe Crashdown. I am Kayla, the host here on this awesome YouTube channel where we discuss all things horror and sci-fi to the best of my ability, right? There's so much going on in the horror realm regarding news. Like, we have so many TV shows coming out, so many movies. I don't even know where to begin, so let's just start with those credits. Hello, my dudes. Welcome back to the Crash Hub. Again, I am Kayla Spelling, and we are talking about some of the latest news coming out in the horror genre. I had to narrow it down because there was so much going on that I didn't even know where to begin. And with me just starting with Cafe Crashdown again, I feel like I'm a little behind. So I'm going to talk about just a couple of things. And then if there's anything else that you have caught out in the ether regarding what's going on in the horror genre and sci-fi genre regarding TV shows and movies that you would like to me do more of a deep dive and talk more about, definitely hit me up, leave me a note in the comments, and I will absolutely totally work on a video so we can talk more about that. And before we begin, if you wouldn't mind, would you please just give me a like? It's better to do it in the beginning than towards the end of the video because you're gonna forget. Let's be real. You're gonna watch the video and then you're like, I'm peacing, I'm going to the next video to watch. So if you don't mind, please give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so that way you don't miss a new video from Cafe Crashdown and me. Okay, so let's start with the latest that I saw last night on social media, which is 1313. We have Mockingbird Lane coming back, and we are getting a TV show that is paying an homage and going back to the Munsters, which is one of my absolute favorites. The Munsters is that show that I love to turn on in the mornings when I have coffee, and it just makes me laugh and it just warms my heart. Absolutely love Herman, all of them. They're just so fantastic. So the fact that we're getting a new revitalized TV show is very exciting for me, and James Wan is going to be producing it. If you don't know who James Wan is, well, I have questions for you. If you don't know who James Wan is, I'm not going to accuse you for not knowing who he is, but he has done, his filmography is crazy, especially in the horror genre. He's done all of the different Conjuring films. He's done Saw, he's done Insidious, and that's just to name a few. He's got quite a filmography if you look him up. So I do have high hopes for him being a producer on the show. I think given his style that he usually does in his films, I think that this is going to be really good. Or at least I have my hopes for it. I have to say, I am a huge Rob Zombie fan. I really am, and I do enjoy a lot of his previous work that he has done regarding his films, but that Munster movie, oh my God. Look, to be honest, I actually didn't finish it. And that says a lot, because even watching, I love even terrible horror movies. I think that's what's so fun with the horror genre is even watching the B and C list movies are really fun to watch. They're just great popcorn poppers, and they're just full of laughs, and it's just really fun, and it's really cool to see. It's really cool to see the creativity with these aspiring filmmakers who are using these practical effects and just using their imagination to create these stories. So that's one of the things I really enjoy about the genre. But I have to say, this was definitely a movie that was a huge miss for me, and I didn't end up finishing watching it. And I think it's because, we already have the TV show, right? We already have something that we can base off of these characters and the setting and stuff. So the movie for me was just a huge miss personally. So sorry, Rob. I was really trying. I was really rooting for it, but it just wasn't my thing. So I'm hoping we can move that movie aside and we have this new show coming out. So it's been announced. We'll see when it comes out. I'm very, very excited. I think they said 2025. I'll correct myself in this video if I'm wrong. So 2025 will be a really great year. So next up, we also have news about a Jason universe. And so I was very really? Jason Voorhees? We're gonna do a whole universe around him? And what does this mean by universe? Well, they have announced that this is all kinds of entertainment. They're like basically like doing a whole franchising thing with Jason. So you're getting games, you're getting movies, you're getting a TV show, which we'll talk about briefly. And it's like a whole thing with him. So I'm curious to see what this is going to look like and kind of just the direction that they're going with this. So going back to the TV show, I was very excited when I heard that they were going to be doing a TV show on Peacock because they had Brian Fuller, who was going to be producing the show. And Brian Fuller, for those of you who don't know, is an incredible filmmaker and writer. He created the show Hannibal, which for me was just chef's kiss. What a beautiful show. I mean, the art direction was beautiful. The acting was superb. The writing was fantastic. I mean, it hit all the bars for me. So I was very excited to hear when he was taking on Jason, because the whole Friday the 13th franchise isn't like my number ones. I mean, I'll definitely watch them, but there are other slashers and stuff that I just appreciate a lot more, or I find like Freddy Krueger way more interesting and terrifying than I do Jason. So, it's not my thing. Not saying that Jason isn't cool. He totally is. Love him. But so when I heard that Brian was taking over, I thought, oh, he's gonna like do like a cool different take with him or something, or like he's gonna make this super edgy and fun. And then Brian left. So he's no longer running the show anymore due to just some different things coming up. It happens, when production companies get involved together and creative differences and things like that. There's apparently some messy rights issues with New Line and all of this. So yeah, it just sounded like it was a little messy. So Brian is no longer part of the project, but we will definitely still be keeping tabs with it to see how it goes and kind of how they start forming this TV show for Peacock, let alone this whole Jason universe. So I'm excited to kind of see what that's going to be about. We are also getting some first new shots of the new Alien Romulus show, which has had a lot of chatter going on for quite a while, ever since it was announced. There's a lot of back and forth and kind of trying to figure out, is Romulus going to even be part of the main canon for the whole Alien franchise? Is it doing its own thing? There's a lot of questions here, a lot of misreads, but it sounds like it is actually going to be part of the official Alien franchise. So Romulus, this TV show, is going to be taking place in between the first and the second movie. So Alien and Aliens will be wedged right there in the middle, which I'm very excited about to check that out. I'm a huge Alien girl, absolutely love it. I won't be that person to do a deep dive of Alien, but if you're absolutely curious about that, there are a couple YouTubers that I will put here in like little cards that you can check them out, that do some really great reviews and analysis about everything that is Alien, right? And especially Prometheus, which, oh my gosh, that's like a whole thing, right? So definitely check them out if you want to dive deeper into the Alien rabbit hole. We're also getting a new Insidious, so that's cool. I really appreciated the first two movies. I actually haven't continued on with the franchise, so I'm gonna have to like catch up and get up with it. They've just been pushing them out, man, that is the world that we live in. It's like now we have almost too much content that I don't even know where to like begin or to watch, you know what I mean? It's like even keeping up with this news, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how much I need to say. Like there's just too much happening. Yes, we are getting a new Insidious. Mandy Moore is in it. We also have Camille. I am not going to pronounce his last name because, my God, I'm going to butcher it. I'm so sorry, Camille. Please don't come for me. Love you. You're great. So I think that will be a very interesting kind of thing, and we'll see where this goes with the new Insidious movie. We also got the first new teaser trailer for Dune Prophecy that will be on Max. It's going to be a TV show, and this is set way thousands and thousands of years. I think I read 10,000. I'll correct myself. Before Paul Atreides and that whole thing. And this is even before / the beginning of the Bene Gesserit, which is the sisterhood of these women who are basically ruling the galaxies that we've seen in the first two Dune movies. They're so vital and crucial in the books, and so I think this is going to be really cool just to see how all of this comes about, right? And the thing with Dune is a series that does deserves a TV show. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of lore, a lot of backstory. I really do think that I did enjoy the Dune movies, but that's the disadvantage for those movies, is there's so much they weren't able to do because they only had a certain allotted time to put into the movies. Dune would have been a fantastic TV series. Absolutely fantastic. And there's just so many cool things that they could have done with it and featured and showed more of. So the fact that we're getting this with Dune Prophecy, I think is going to be really great and really neat. And I hope that they bring up a lot of different things in this TV show that adds more to the movies that we have seen, right? Adds more detail, adds more fluff, makes those even more exciting, especially for when Dune Messiah comes out, which I hear either they've already written it or they're writing it right now. So that's gonna be great. And last but not least, because again, there was so much going on in the realm of news that I just couldn't list everything out. So if there's something that you want me to talk more about, please let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to do another video about it, discussing even more details. But one of the things that I'm really excited that was also released this week was we got a new poster for Beetlejuice. I am so excited for Beetlejuice. I absolutely love Michael Keaton, and he's just so iconic with that role, right? And so we're getting Winona Ryder again. We got Jenna as part of the crew. Catherine O'Hara, who is just an absolute queen, is back. And so we get all of these ladies back in this film, and they're all intertwined and going up against Michael Keaton Beetlejuice. So to see the new poster, it's just adding to the excitement, right, of getting our Beetlejuice back. And I'm really curious just to see what this full-blown storyline is going to be about. Okay, so full disclaimer, I had my video scheduled to go up for later today. Everything was all great. I get on social media and I'm telling you guys the freaking news, man. Beetlejuice dropped its official trailer. So I didn't have time to put on any makeup. This is what you get. So I am here to talk about also, not only did they put out the new promo poster earlier this week, but they put out an official trailer today. And I act frustrated. I'm not with the trailer itself. The trailer is super fun. It feels very much like the original. So we're getting a little bit more of the storyline, which I've been waiting on, which again, that's the whole point, right? It's supposed to build up anticipation. But, it's one of the lines of, we're trying to figure out whether the living can coexist with the dead. Like, that's why we're here, and that's what we're trying to figure out. I'm also trying to not get my ring light in my glasses, so I apologize for that. So it looks like, of course, youngins being the way that they are, that Lydia's daughter decides to play with fate. It's like doing the whole Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary kind of a thing, and she decides to do it with Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice comes back. And, he's still hey, we're married, Winona Ryder. So Lydia Dietz, my gal, kind of thing. But it's almost looking like they're teaming up together. Like they're helping each other maybe in some weird way. We have this gorgeous, beautiful woman with the cut on her face and the stitches. And she's looking for him and trying to find him. So that's interesting. So clearly we're going to be getting some backstory about what Beetlejuice has been doing with his time in the in the realm of the dead. And it looks like not only does Lydia and Jenna, but also Catherine O'Hara finds herself in the land of the dead. So that's cool. So we'll be getting some more of that, and looks like a little bit of world building there. We're going to get more scenes with that. So yeah, it's not giving away too much, which I really like and I appreciate. I just feel like nowadays trailers, they tell you way too much about what's going on, but this still left that need and that want to know more. So yeah, it looked great style-wise. Everybody looks fantastic and they still look like their characters. And even with the couple of shots that we got of Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, I mean, he's great. He's nailing it. So you should definitely check out the official trailer and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want me to do more of a breakdown of this trailer, I totally can. You can let me know, but I think still I mean, we could like do a deep dive and we could look for some like Easter eggs or something like that. But I think it is what it is. And you know, it's here to pump us up and get excited for September. So that is it. That's my rapid fire highlights that I can give you guys. Again, if you want me to talk about more things or go even more in depth with one of the topics that I did bring out, do you want me to do a video on Dune Prophecy and talk more about that and just talk about some of the things that we do know about the series? Do you want me to talk more about Insidious? Any of these, even the Jason Voorhees franchise universe that we're getting? Let me know in the comments and I'll definitely be checking those out. And please stay tuned. For the first week of each month, I'll be bringing back my top 5 Shudder favorites. If you don't know what Shudder is an incredible streaming service for people who absolutely love horror, and not just like general horror, but like if you're wanting to watch really old horror films, especially with the different subgenres of horror, you're looking for some B movies, C movies, it's a really, really great platform. They also bring in some new shows of their own and films that they've done, so it's absolutely fantastic. So each month, back in the day, I loved to do at least like my top 5 picks for the month for people to check out on Shudder. So I am bringing that back. So that will be starting the first week of June. So get ready. And if you haven't been keeping up, I am currently recapping Doctor Who. So if you are a Whovian, make sure to check out those recaps. And so once a week, I definitely put up a video from talking about the latest episode and my thoughts and feels going on with this season 14 of Doctor Who. So make sure to like this video, ring that bell, and hit subscribe so that way you don't miss any of these new videos and content that I will be putting out. I hope that you guys have a super awesome day, and I will catch you later.